The Frog Prince. Long, long ago, in a beautiful kingdom, there lived a young princess. She had bright eyes, a kind smile, and many wonderful toys. But her favorite toy was a shiny golden ball. Every day, she played with her golden ball in the palace garden. One sunny afternoon, the princess went to a quiet forest near the palace. In the middle of the forest, there was a deep, clear pond. The princess threw her golden ball high into the air. Up, up, up it went. Then down, down, down it came. She caught it and laughed. Again, she tossed the ball. Up, up, up. But this time, she missed. "Oh no!" cried the princess. The golden ball bounced once, bounced twice, and then rolled straight into the pond. The ball disappeared into the deep water. The princess looked into the pond. She could not see her golden ball. She searched and searched, but it was gone. Soon, tears filled her eyes.
My beautiful golden ball!
She said sadly. Just then, a small voice spoke.
Why are you crying, princess? Who are you?
The princess looked around. She saw no one. Then she looked down. On a green lily pad sat a little frog. The frog had bright eyes and a friendly smile.
My golden ball fell into the pond. I cannot get it back.
The frog thought for a moment.
I can help you.
Really? Yes.
The princess's eyes became bright again.
But first, you must promise me something.
What do you want?
The frog smiled.
I want to be your friend. I want to sit with you, eat with you, and spend time with you.
The princess looked at the tiny frog. She did not think he could really get the ball. So she quickly said,
Yes, yes, I promise.
The frog nodded. Then he jumped into the pond. He swam deep into the water. The princess waited. A few moments later, the frog came back. And in his hands was the golden ball.
My ball! Thank you.
Shouted the princess happily. She picked it up at once. Then she turned and ran toward the palace.
Wait! You made a promise!
Cried the frog. But the princess was already gone towards the palace. The frog watched her disappear. Then he quietly hopped away. That evening, the princess sat in the royal dining hall with the king. The table was covered with delicious food. There was fresh bread, sweet fruit, and warm soup. The princess was just about to eat when knock, knock, knock. Someone was at the palace door. The princess opened the door, and there stood the little frog.
Good evening, Princess.
The princess gasped.
The frog!
She whispered. The king looked up.
Who is at the door?
He asked kindly. The princess told her father everything. She told him about the pond. She told him about the golden ball. And she told him about her promise. The king listened carefully. Then he smiled gently.
My daughter, a promise is important.
If someone helps you, you should keep your word.
If someone helps you, you should keep your word.
The princess looked down. She knew her father was right. So she invited the frog inside. The frog hopped into the hall. He sat beside the princess. At first, she felt uncomfortable, but the frog was polite and friendly. He thanked everyone. He spoke kindly. And he made the king laugh with funny stories. Little by little, the princess began to smile. Maybe the frog was not so strange after all. The next day, the frog came to visit again. This time, the princess showed him the palace garden. Together, they watched butterflies dance among the flowers. They listened to birds singing in the trees. They walked beside sparkling fountains. The frog was cheerful and kind. He listened when the princess talked. He shared funny jokes, and he always tried to help others. Soon, the princess realized something important. True friendship is not about how someone looks. It is about kindness, honesty, and a good heart. As the sun began to set, something magical happened. A soft, golden light appeared around the frog. The light grew brighter and brighter. The princess stepped back in surprise. The frog smiled. Then, with a sparkle of magic, he changed. The little frog became a handsome young prince. The princess could hardly believe her eyes. "A prince!" she exclaimed. The prince nodded. "Many years ago," he explained, "an old spell turned me into a frog. The spell could only be broken when someone chose friendship and kindness instead of judging by appearance."
I am glad I became your friend.
And I am glad I met you.
The king was delighted. The palace filled with joy and celebration. Music played, people danced. Colorful lanterns glowed in the evening sky. The princess and the prince spent many happy days together. They explored the kingdom. They helped people in need. And they never forgot the lesson they had learned. A promise should be kept. Kindness matters. And true friendship comes from the heart. And so, in that beautiful kingdom, they lived happily ever after.